everything disconnected from I hate the Bluetooth on the truck because they just do be doing what they want to do. But no, so back where I was. So I pulled away from the trailer and parked off to another area that didn't have a lot of snow. And so the mechanic wouldn't have to sit up there and try to figure out what's going on with the truck in a pile of snow. Like it hadn't even been shoveled over there. And so when I did that, of course, the release valve kept just trying to release air, release air, release air, release air, and it sounded so bad. So I cut the truck off and I put the truck back in optic idle. Called Road Assist. Road Assist asked me, could I drive to, which was like 30 miles away, to the nearest Loves, and I was like, hecky no, Hell, no. It's not even. It's when I go into gear, it's losing air. So no, I will not do that. You know what I'm saying? And then once you lose when you get down below a certain point, your brakes lock up. And if you're in gear, the truck is stuck in gear, so you're not able to crank the truck back up. And it's just literally too cold out here to be taking chances like that. So I'm like, Hell, no, absolutely not. Y'all need to send somebody out. So the road assist guy that I was speaking with sounded a little agitated, which that's not my problem. I don't get paid for that. I don't get paid to do what you do. I'm doing the bulk of the work here anyway. Although I do appreciate road assist. Here they come with my paperwork. Although I do appreciate road assist. I appreciate everything that they do. Their role is very beneficial to what we do. They keep us rolling, get us out of unsafe situations. I was told you already sealed up, so you're good. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So I got my paperwork, guys. But anyway, um so they told me that they was gonna send hold on, yeah, I gotta do this little paperwork. Bear with me. Bear with me. No, I'm not trying to go yet. Trying to do my paperwork. Uh, just doing my paperwork. Hey, for the three viewers. Hey, Zoe. How are you? Thanks for watching. Hey, hi. I wish I knew how to say stuff back. Oh, on here, type it in there. But hey, Zoe. How are you? I'm just storytelling, just telling what happened to me yesterday. And at the same time, I'm trying to do my little paperwork though, y'all. But no. So uh Loves ended up calling me and they was like, hey, what you got going on? And I said, from what I've been told, that's good, Zoe. That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're warm. I'm hoping that you're warm and everything going swell today. But so Loves asked me, hey, what seems to be the problem? I said, I do believe I have frozen airline. I said right now it's not keeping it. If I put it in drive, it's not keeping the air. And I said, and it sounds like it's kind of clogged up, and I'm hearing the sound coming from the front of the truck versus to the back of the truck. So with that being said, he was like, okay, so I'm gonna send a technician out with the antifreeze to pump down in that line to try to see if that's what your issue is, and we can get that unfroze if that's the case. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I sit, I wait. It didn't take them no longer than 45 minutes to an hour to get to me. The guy gets to me, and when he gets to me, young guy, kudos a little bit, but not really. Uh, he gets out of the truck. Come on, damn thing. He gets out of the truck, comes over, speak to me. I'm telling him what's going on. Uh, he says, I'm gonna go ahead and pop your hood and see if I can go ahead and get started on running there's chemicals through your line to get it unfrozen. I'm like, okay, cool. So let's see next. I'm doing my paperwork too, y'all. Next, add a page. And so he gets out this big old little monkey wrench goes on the driver, not the driver side, but the passenger side. There's an airline over there that he was trying to take off so he could get that antifreeze down in the line and pump air into it. Uh, and he could never get it off. I mean, and y'all, when I say it was so cold yesterday, it was really cold here, and I felt sorry for him, but I really didn't because why is you out there trying to touch on equipment, metal, putting your hands on metal, and they got no gloves on? And like I told y'all before, I used to do flatbed for 8 months. And when you working in temperatures like this, I mean, sometimes them gloves don't help, but they sure in the heck don't hurt to use them. So he out there trying to fumble around to get this thing off, and then I'm starting to tell that he really ain't really doing nothing, but he really thinking I'm green. Like I don't know nothing. I could tell that he just really, faking the funk and not really trying to. And it was too cold because normally I get out and look and inspect and see what they doing, you know. And I didn't because it was just that cold. But I'm quite sure if I had to get out this truck and went around there with him, I would have been, you know, intimidating the situation a little bit to where he would have went on ahead and did what he was supposed to been doing. But anyway, he comes back around to me and was like, "Hey, I can't get this off, and it's sounding like it's your compressor." And I was like, "Absolutely not. It's not the compressor." I said, "If it was the compressor, we would not be hearing what we're doing now. The compressor helps push the air. That's what it's doing right now, releasing air." I said, "So that's not the issue." I said, "But being that you didn't get the line off, you don't know what it is." I said, "But I can simply tell you that it's not no darn compressor." I said, "But okay, young man, go ahead, do what you need to do, and I do what I need to do." Just close my trunk. So he closed my trunk. Uh, yeah, he closed my trunk and all of that. I need to write. I gotta remember this trailer number. Hold up, I gotta take pictures. Hold on. What is it? H 40329. 40329. Oh, it's on the paperwork anyway. Okay, but anyway, so he closes my hood back up and all that good stuff. So I talked back to Road Assist. Road Assist said that they was gonna send me a wrecker to come and tow the truck to the nearest dealer and get me checked in to have it examined. uh I got lucky because the company that they use, I actually seen him drive around the corner. He had just dropped off a FedEx trailer, uh where I was located at. So yeah, I'm just dropping everything. So he was right there to pick me up. So he had me move my tractor a little bit so he can pull it. He didn't have to undo the dry shaft or anything like that. So that was cool too. That saved a lot of time. And so anyway, the dealer that I was going to was in Lansing, Michigan, which was like 50 something miles away from here. And so he was a nice older guy, and we talked the whole time. Um, we get to the dealership. They was like, if y'all talk to somebody, we don't know who y'all talk to. So I reached back out to Road Assist and I said, "Hey, what's going on? Like, what we doing?" I said, "Because I'm not trying to stay in no hotel or nothing. Really want to stay with my truck. I really want to stay up here so I can make sure that they staying on top of this because I'm not trying to be stuck in no Michigan." No shade to Michigan. I'm just saying I'm ready. I've been away from home for a good minute. I'm ready to really get up out of here. And so they was like, "Well, who did you talk to? Do we know who you talked to?" I said, "Well, look, let me call my road assist and give me just a minute." Oh, y'all, we are light, so we on the 25. It's on the 2,500 uh pounds back there. What's the seal number? Uh, so anyway, he was like, "Look, we are booked up. We probably won't get to look at you until next week." I was like, "Hecky no, for a frozen line, like you could just have somebody come out there and check that out to do that." Let's 286878. Okay, I don't know. What's today? Today the 28th. I don't know. I'm doing this stuff, y'all. Current pickup trailer H40. Okay, but anyway, long story short, they was like, "Hey, if we'll try to get you in to today, if we don't get you in today, we'll try to get you in tomorrow." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Or Thursday being the latest. I'm like, all right, cool. Now we do get breakdown pay, but I'm not sitting around trying to get no breakdown pay, y'all. I got a lease payment every week, and I don't want to be just paying them. I want to bring home my coins. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not out here to be paying them and paying for their truck, and I'm not compensated for it. So that's not what I'm out here for. I'm not sitting around trying to make no maintenance, no mechanic calls, no none of that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to sit around for no $250 a day. Absolutely not. I need to keep this truck moving. If it ain't moving, we ain't grooving and we ain't making no money. So, with that being said, I sent my load a call. Did they get my load a call? Just trying to make sure. Hold up. Let me see something, y'all. Uh, so I asked them, I said, listen, I said, if that's the case, I said, am I able to stay on my truck and stay here? Because I do not want to, hey, Whitehead, Zoe, you still there? And Monday, what it do? What it do? What it do? Back this up. Okay, they got my loader call. All right, let's go to load list and let's get up out of this joint. Let's set this thing up. It's a 12-hour trip. No, we ain't got enough hours in the day to do that or visibility to do that. It's gonna be a 1.5 day trip. Got 780 miles to do. Get this paperwork put up. Get my paperwork put up, y'all. But anyway, so make a long story short, he told me that I could stay on my trailer because it was still, I mean, on my tractor, on my truck because it was still running. Uh, and that I could stay parked on a lot. So I went on to the back, ordered me some food. Uber Eats screwed me around. In the end, I still ended up getting some food. Because I really wasn't trying to risk driving and going anywhere. But Uber Eats screwed me around. I ended up having to pay for my food twice. Um, but it's all good. And order my food. Once I got my food, my truck. Once your truck stays idle for a long time and it's running, you build up a lot of soot. And so what your truck does is go into a regen mode. And in the regen mode, it's gonna build your truck. It's gonna idle your truck up to where it heats till the truck gets to a certain amount of temperature for it to burn that stuff off, right? And so when it's doing that, your motor is like really, really heating up. And I said, you know what? I said, I bet you once this thing go through this regen cycle, it's going to unthaw that shit. And lo and behold, y'all, it did. And the release valve stopped going off all kind of crazy like it was doing, and my lines was unfroze. So what I did was I kept my truck instead of keeping it in optimized idle, I let my truck uh get up to a certain temperature, and I kept it, running for a while, and then I put it in opti idle for my EPU to push out my heat, when the truck is not running. And then with the opti idle, what it does is when the battery starts getting low, it automatically cuts on into battery mode to keep your batteries from dying on you, so you can keep your truck cool or you can keep your truck warm. So thanks God for the regen. So, oh, here we go. So here we go, right? The next morning I get up, truck still sounding good. No problems, no issues. I'm like, okay, what they gonna do? So I reached out to road assistant. I was like, hey, I haven't had any problems out this truck since the regen started. It warmed it up enough to get whatever that ice was melted out of there, and I'm not having an issue. I said, all right, can I go ahead and leave? And and just because I needed a windshield wiper replaced because it was hanging off, y'all, by the graces of God. And it needed to be replaced. I was like, can I just get that fixed and then get up out of here? Oh look, trying not to tear their pole up. There we go. Yeah. And they was like, no, we don't want to take any chances of you having to get told. Just give us a minute. We're gonna try to see if they can get you in there today. And then, they was asking me questions about what it was doing, what it wasn't doing, and all this other kind of stuff. And I was trying to keep them updated. I reached out to my driver leader. My driver leader is a team partner. She's not my boss. She can't say, hey, you need to do this. Well, it don't operate that way. I'm my own boss out here, and we work together as a team to keep this truck rolling, keep some money in my pocket, and Hirschbach get what they need to get. So uh they told me to wait. I said, okay. So I let my driver leader know that. So what I did was I took my happy ass, uh put in the closest Dollar General, and I said, I'm finna go and get some groceries. I need to stock back up. So I said, if it's gonna go out, it's gonna do anything, at least I'm not too far from the shop. So I went to the Dollar General, had no problems out of the truck. And so all that to say is that the lines was froze. So my suggestion is to dump the air tanks in increments of weather like this, freezing temperatures. Make sure you're dumping the air out to get that moisture up out of there, so you don't have anything in there that's going to freeze. And two, make sure, if you're using that opti idle, make sure every once in a while you cut that off and just run your truck and keep it hot, keep it warm. You know what I'm saying? So you don't run into issues. You don't run into issues like that. So that's what I did. Got everything on free. Later, like not about an hour or so ago, my driver leader reached out to me and said they had took me off of the shop list and that I was good to go to try to reach back out to Road Assist again. I tried calling Road Assist. Road Assist had me on hold for I don't know how when, and I just went on ahead and did my pre-trip on my truck. Had them put that washer blade, my new washer blade on there, and got on down. And here we are picking up my load, and I'm headed back home, y'all. Pretty much. But it's gonna be a slow roll because I ain't gonna be out here at night on this black ice. I can't see or tell what's going on and no stuff like that. Wait a minute. So now they want me to take this to Indy. What the hell? Hold on. Yeah, I tell you, boy. So now I gotta pull over, that's what I'm gonna do. And we're gonna get these Indy instructions. I'm gonna pull over right here and get these indie instructions and go. But hey, y'all, I gotta focus on this road. I gotta stay on top of my business. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for all the likes. Make sure if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hey, share it too. I appreciate y'all. Much love. This is Sweet Trucker 901 signing off. Y'all be blessed.